Ready? Anyone heard about ITIL? What is an
Yes, sir.
ITIL? So what do you understand from ITIL? ITIL? Anything? Where did you hear?
Information Technology Infrastructure Library.
Very good. That's a good one. That is information tech. Open with review, Google Docs, open another tab. So information technology, IT means information technology. IL, infrastructure, library, infrastructure. So this is one of the book based on the ITIL3, okay, ITIL version 3. So there is a one book, yes, we got it. You can go through this book to get more information, clear-cut information about ITIL. So for us, two are important. ITIL3 and ITIL4 is also important. And understanding of other definitions and real use of ITIL for our purpose means different people are there for different ITIL purpose we are using. So we'll come to the overall kind of stuff. So these are different pictures I have taken screenshot while I learning. I learned so many days back. Okay. So the first, this is ITIL3 PPTs. Okay. The first is introduction PPT is there. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and first one. This is introduction. Okay. Introduction PPT. So very good. I will tell just for now, so the ITIL3. Okay. Small introduction to the ITIL3. And then we'll go to some few points we have to discuss that we're going to discuss. Then afternoon, maybe I will try to explain this ITIL4. Okay. And then we need certain things regarding like what is service desk, ticket, incident, problem, service management, like that few definitions we should understand both theoretically and practically. That is completely tomorrow we'll dedicate it on it. This theory part we'll do today, practically we do tomorrow. Both are important, guys. Both are understanding is important because you want to improve yourself into the next levels. Okay, and we are in the IT related cycles. We should know it. I think you know the software development life cycle, SDLC, software development life cycles, like requirement gathering, right? So what is the requirement gathering? Analyze, develop, analyze, develop, test, deploy, maintain, right? I think there's some, I think I'm missing one or two points in it, SDLC life cycles. Okay. So information technology infrastructure. So what I said it is, I am going to discuss version 3. So what about all this ITL also we're going to discuss here. Then what is this ITL? ITL abbreviation is good, but what is the use of this ITL? Guys, as we discussed, just I given one example, SDLC example, right? Why we need SDLC? As a software developer or a tester, why we have to follow the SDLCs, waterfall model, agile model. So different models are there. So yeah, why we should follow that? Like it is provide a standardization, a clarity. Miscommunications will be reduces. Okay. So more practical approaches kind of stuff. step-by-step process we can implement it, right? So lesser failures, okay? Lesser failures or no failures, more successful outcomes, okay? More successful outcomes, okay? So why? For that is a target. Why? That's why we are following this SDLC line. Similarly, this ITL also created. Different IT companies. When IT companies, so actually it started with the telecom companies, from telecom to IT companies. There are also providing different set of services. They're maintaining that related components, right? Like servers, cables, devices, people. Okay, so everything there are maintaining. Softwares, right? So different kind of stuff there are. So they want a proper sense, like they need a certain kind of framework. So this different organizations started different kind of solutions. So then finally they found working solutions. Actually, it is UK based company started in their government organization a framework. Okay, so follow this framework to better achievement, better outcomes. So the failed outcomes will be reduces. Okay, we'll get a better outcomes, quality outcomes, efficient outcomes. Then the following. So then version 1, version 2, version 3, and ITIL 4. ITIL 4 is not a version 4, it's a ITIL 4 only. Okay. So the name is like that only, even though the things are little changes, but it is. Okay. So what is this again? ITIL is a most widely adopted approach for IT service management in the world. It provides a practical, no-nonsense framework for identifying, planning, delivering, and supporting IT services to the businesses. What it is? It provides a practical. You can do things practically. It's not actually ITL is completely look like theory, but more it is like a questions ITL. For do any task, anything like in your IT organization, you want to start a business or you want to start a service in your business or you want to maintain that services or you want to get a better means quality of the services. So simple formula is follow ITL. It provides a practical guideline, no nonsense framework. It means so no confusion or a impractical or some unnecessary additional things not there in these frameworks. Okay, for identifying, planning, delivering, and supporting IT services to the business. So what is the ITL? ITL framework provides practical, no-nonsense framework for identifying, planning, delivering, supporting IT services to the business. This is one definition. You can try different definitions without much changing the meaning. Okay. But whenever you're telling a definition, you must know what it is importantly. Okay. So I already said practical and no nonsense. For identify the business. ITL useful for identify business. What is the IT service? Okay, identify the service. What is the requirements? Okay, identify. Planning. How you plan to provide these services? Or how you plan to build these services? Delivery. You are delivering the service, right? You are handing this finally outcome you are giving to the client, delivering the service. Supporting IT services. Once you deliver, you have to provide a support to the service, right? So that is an ITL. So ITL, the framework, this actual ITL version 3 it's about ITSM, IT Service Management version. It is. In ITL, different ITLs are there. ITL ITIL version 3 is nothing but ITSM, service management, IT service management. It is about how you will identify a new service or a new business and what are their requirements. So now you want to give a service about that planning, designing, and delivering the services to customer. How you planning. What are the things you have to consider when you are planning? What are the things you have to consider in the designing? What are the things you have to do for delivering a quality efficient outcome to your customers or clients? Okay. And finally, you have to provide support related to your services. So this is our ITIL framework will do. So why we need this ITIL? Adopting ITIL offers users huge range of benefits that includes improved IT services. So guys, we started a business. If you see certain businesses run for a 2 to 3 years, 5 years, then it will down, closed with huge losses or without losses or something like a escape from the losses, right? Now we have seen from few years. So lot of businesses, lot of organizations gone completely vanished from the market. But some are improving. Even they are not providing what exactly providing earlier days, but still they are standing in the businesses. You take an Airtel. Airtel actually provide a mobile phone services. Then it comes with the internet services, both landline as well as internet services combined combination of landline phone and as well as internet services. Through normal BSNL competition wise, it is created because BSNL is not everywhere. Airtel is also not everywhere. Okay. Airtel is also not providing services everywhere. Okay. Airtel internet services came up. Then, of course, 2G, 4G, 4G services, 5G services. Airtel FiberNet internet services also came up. Airtel also having a dish services. Now they are combining all the things like OTT platforms, okay, and as well as dish TV services and internet services, mobile prepaid postpaid services, data services, right? So people are adding a new services and removing the old services, okay, and different approaches. I will give you Airtel is not my example because it's even using it, but it's not my best example. There is a internet service called Beam internet service. Beam. This Beam is actually, when I want to take the Beam in so many years back, of course, not now, it's so many years back, Beam internet I want to take. This Beam, what happened? For Beam network, what happened? So there is a lot of complaints because they are providing cheaper internet. The internet cost is very cheap, very less cost. So like if you take internet from any other service providers, it's for example 500 rupees for some bandwidth like 1 Mbps. 1 Mbps 500. Old days I'm telling. But in the same time, they are providing some 10 Mbps for 500 rupees. So it's better option, right? Unlimited data, that is limited data caps are there earlier. Now that is become unlimited data. It's very good service. But lot of members are disconnecting. People don't like that services. Lot of complaints of this. Even I just given my number in a form, Google form kind of stuff. Like, when I went to that website and given my number for connection request, they called me. So they called me. So you are need internet connection. These are the information. I asked them. You have I've seen lot of reviews on it, lot of complaints against to your business. Sir, it is like this, like that. It is in the area, that area. But it's not about an area. It is you are not handling the complaints also properly. I've seen that one, so I don't want to take it. Now it is standing with the name ACT as I know, but I am not sure. But as I know, I think because from that ACT logos and the beam, so now it is become ACT. It is still providing internet services with high-speed internet services with lower costs. Okay, of course, issues are there. ACT always issues are there. Till now the issues are there, but the responding to the issues very faster and quick resolutions. Okay, in some places maybe one or two places, but mostly it is responding is very fast and still standing like this. So from so many years, these businesses are continuing. So based on their improvements. Improving, not only adding a new services, guys. Adding a new services or a hi-fi services contestant. What I'm trying to say is, the improved IT services means you are increasing the quality of the services. So by improve customer satisfaction through more professional approach and service, responded to the customers. Okay, provide means you said 100% service availability. So you have to make sure to maximum try to give 100% service availability. Okay. So continuity of service is important. Means once it taken, so I should not be exhausted with your services. No, so never in my lifetime, I don't want to take your services. I should not take it like that. So I need that support. What is that? I'm also not getting it. Okay. Cost, reduction of the cost. Okay. We'll go back simple. Keep on explaining. Simple terminologies, guys. Improve IT services, reduce the cost, improve customer satisfaction, improve productivity, improve use of skills and experience. This what is ITIL teaches in us. ITIL giving a guideline. ITIL is a guideline framework. Okay, it's not a technology. It's not a one direct technology. The ITIL is a practical guideline. No nonsense framework for identifying, planning, designing, delivering, and supporting IT services to the business. Okay, by adopting an ITL, what are the benefits? Improve IT services, reduce the cost, improved customer satisfaction, improved productivity is increases, improved use skills. Okay, which is about ITL certification, guys. I'm not done. So this is ITL introduction. As I said, guys, in ITL, there is a totally four things are there. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. ITL version 3. What I said, it is ITL version 3 is comes under ITL service management. IT service management. Okay. This ITL version 3 having a 5 life cycles. Service strategy, service design, service transition, service operations, continual service. In case of an interview, people ask you, so what are the ITL life cycles? ITL version 3 having 5 life cycles. Okay. So ITL version 3 having 5 life cycles that are service strategy, service design, service transition, service operations, continual service improvement. That's an answer. Okay. When they ask for a life cycles. Okay. So these are the 5 life cycles. Each life cycle has different approaches. Okay, what plan? Like we are saying, like in ITL, practical no nonsense framework for identifying, planning, identifying and planning, designing, deploying or delivering and supporting IT services to the business, right? That is ITL. So this is the same thing. ITL, IT, ITL service strategy. Service strategy is about planning, identifying and planning. Identifying and planning. Service design, about designing the services. Service transition, deploying or delivering the services. Service operations, supporting IT services. Okay. And what is this continual service improvement? As I said, improve IT services, improve quality of the services. Like that, improve is there, right? What is this improvement? How you will get improved? You take a feedbacks of each and everything in the life cycles. Means from the design, from the outcome of your services. As I said, guys, earlier, the beam internet, that is, so there are a lot of having a complaints. Maybe these complaints because of their hardware failures, or maybe software failures, or customer unable to handle the customer handle related kind of stuff, or a customer unable to approach that service request. So they need a platform to reach faster to the service provider so they can able to help faster. So where is the issues are there? And what things you have to be changed or improved or added or removed. So then our quality of the service improves. As whole part of ITL is a very important for the outside outcome wise. Improve the quality of the services. Improved quality of the service or improving quality of the service. Quality of the service. Okay. Customer satisfaction. Customer satisfaction. Quality of the output. Efficient, effective services. These are the key points, guys. The whole point is ultimately the customer should satisfy. The service what we are providing is must be quality of the service. Okay, efficiency of the services. Okay, simple. Okay, so to do that one, so we take different measurements, feedbacks, information from the life cycles. So that will be analyzed and give some suggestions to improve these life cycles by continual service improvement. So ITL version 3, what are the 5 life cycles? Service strategy, service design, service transition, service operation, continual service. So this is the first point of ITL. Okay. So it is ITL. So by adopting ITL, what are the benefits? ITL version 3 life cycle or ITSM life cycle. Some people maybe what is sir is telling something his story and as well as reading the PPT. We'll come back to the settlement, guys. So just I'll give you some more introductions like this. Okay. The fewer history points and all will tell and then take small break and we'll come back to the actual history of ITL. Okay, actually I started myself that earlier ITL history. Now directly we can see because this histories and all not very important point, but still it is important to understand what is this the changes from one ITL to another ITLs. ITL concept emerged in the 1980s when British government determined that level of IT service qualities provided to them is not sufficient. What are the quality of service they are getting? Not service. So Central Computer and Telecom Agency Now it is called Office of Government Commerce, was tasked with developing a framework for efficient and financially responsible use of IT resources within the British government and private sectors. Okay, developing framework for efficient and financially responsible use of IT resources within the British government and private sector. So they created a framework. That is our past. Okay? They created a framework. That's it. Not anything. Okay. Large companies and government agencies in Europe adopt the framework very quickly in the early 90s. So ITL spreading for far and was used in both government, non-government organization as it grew in popularity, both in UK across the world. IT itself changed involved, and so it is ITL. So this framework is what are the framework is designed. It is adopted by different organizations. Follow that framework and getting a proper outcomes, less losses, improper deliveries are reduces, efficient deliveries are increased, improve IT their quality of the services. Okay, the governance or control over the IT business is increased. So that's why it is the ITL become huge impact on the IT businesses. In year 2000, this CCTA is merged into OGC Office of Government in the same year. Okay, the Microsoft used ITL as a base to develop their proprietary Microsoft Operations Framework. So this Microsoft also taken this ITL as a reference, okay, and created their own proprietary framework. So next, ITL version 2 is released. In 2001, the ITL version 2 is. So in a 90s, 80s, actually it is, there is a facing issues. So they started designing a framework. So at the 1990s, around 90s, okay. So they developed a framework for both IT, for a government as well as a other. So large organization means large IT organization adopted this framework and try this framework and find out that's a proper outcomes. Next in 2001 means next almost like a 10 years. So the next version of ITL is released. The service support and service delivery books are redeveloped into more conscious usable volumes. For following few years, it became by far the most widely used IT service management best practice approach in the world. So this again it is reviewed ITL version 1 with the version 2. It's ITL only. There is no version 1, version 2. It's not called a version 1, it is ITL. Okay, initial one, ITL. The next one is ITL version 2. In 2001, ITL version 2 is released with a service support related information, service delivery books. Actually, ITL is a framework. That's the books are there, different books are there. Number of books and all practices, number of books, practices, processes, different kind of words will come up. Okay, we'll see that. Okay, next, next. Okay, so this two things, service support and service delivery books are released, redeveloped into more usable volumes. For then the people follow this ITL version 2, but for more efficient outcomes. In 2007, version 3, if ITL was published. This adopted more life cycle approach to the service management, putting greater emphasis on IT business integrations. In 2007 itself, the ITL version 3 is much developed. The ITL version 3 is developed in 2007, which is mainly based on the service management. ITSM, IT Service Management. That's a version 3 is about service management. It's a life cycle type, not a book style. ITL and ITL version 2 are books are there. Means for each type of service, each type of challenges. So different type of issues, different type of solutions are given in a book style. But whole things, put it into a life cycle approach. That is ITSM. And finally, the edition is like this ITL version 3, also called as ITL 2011 edition. ITL version 3 actually released in 2007 only, but it is finalized and released as a ITL 2011 edition because 11 edition. So there is a only version 2 has a version. Version 3, again, it is not a version 3 exactly, ITL version. Of course, in recent years, we got a ITL version 4. Okay, this is ITL. So in early 2019s, okay, the previous version of ITL, ITL 2011, also known as ITL version 3, was updated to ITL 4. Means 2019, ITL 4 is came. It's not a version 4, guys. It is ITL 4. Okay. So ITL, so the abbreviation is IT Infrastructure License. It is infrastructure license. Then the ITL version 3 came out, that is ITSM, Service Management. Okay. And few more points, that is characteristics of ITL, IT Service Management, benefits, process owner. This part we will discuss. Then we'll go to the one by one life cycle. What is this idea? Guys, you buy any product or following any kind of life cycle services, frameworks. You want to do that one, then you have to pay for it, right? You have to pay to use it. Okay. Okay. Or maybe you have a permission to use it. For example, so Microsoft design its own framework called a Microsoft Operational Framework. Okay. So you want to use that Microsoft Operation Framework, maybe you have to uh, pay to the Microsoft organization because it's their proprietary. But ITL is not like that. ITL is more like a open source type. Non-proprietary means there is no owner of ITL. You can follow the ITL life cycles. I can follow the ITL life cycles. So we don't require to take any permissions or registrations or payment to follow the ITL life cycles. ITL methods, ITL framework to follow. Of course, ITL is a best based on the best practice in industries. So industries, different industries approaches this ITL frameworks, adopting into their organizations, follow the ITL and getting the best outcomes, improved outcomes there are getting. Okay, and of course, so any solutions or changes are required, then we are adding. Proven activities are process that has been successfully used by multiple organizations. Practical approach to service by adopting a common framework of practices that is untie all area of IT service portion and towards single aim delivery value to the business. The whole process of this ITL framework. So important one is delivering value to the business. Delivering value to the business. That's the whole purpose of this ITL following. Vendor neutral means there is no vendorship. Any IT organizations adopt ITL framework. Okay. Any IT organization. Okay. So later I will discuss, guys, like what is this ITL, ITSM, ITL version 4. What is these three things are telling to you. Okay. So different why it is there is a versions, why there is no versions. What is this? Which one is we have to follow? Okay. So we are following everything. Actually, it's not like that new version came, older version is not required. Not like that, guys. Newer version will tell you new things to you. Okay. Older version also already it is there. Okay. For example, you have a bike and you buy a car. You don't require to sell your bike, right? You use the bike. There is a purpose of that bike. Similarly, this ITL version 1 or version 2 or version 3 or 4. Okay. But we are following everything. 4 also indicating 1, 2, 3. Okay. Without 1, 2, 3, there is no 4. 4 will tell you new things to you. Okay. Different frameworks, not changing it entirely. Different frameworks, adding in new things. New type of approach based on the current situations. Till that few years back, means like a 2, 3 years back, there is no very less impact on AI related kind of stuff, right? Few years, like 2, 3 years back. Okay, 2, 3 years, so AI related impact is very less. That much of AI not popular. AI we are telling, ML is we are telling, machine learning models are there, AI models are there. AI is already there. So many years back only AI is there. Okay, but not impact on the people to use the AI. Like we got ChatGPT, that's huge impact. From the ChatGPT, almost like Microsoft launched Copilot, Brad is launched by Google, and then it is changed like this Gemini, okay, and there is some DeepSeek. So a lot of AI, generative AIs are introduced. Okay, different AI, so like image generators are came up, and from Google Lens, Google Lens is there from so many years. Okay, so you have start using this Google Lens, much improved. You copy and you take a picture and it will analyze and it will tell you, so what is that related picture information in that. Okay, so what is this? A new technology, new trend. It does not mean you don't require any servers now. We learn about servers. What about the servers? Windows servers we learn, Linux servers we learn. I told middleware, okay, virtualization, networking. What is use? There is no use of these things. There are always, these are running always. Without servers, without operating system, without network, your A, B, or C, whatever it is, it won't work. It won't, there's no use of it. That is also existing technology only. There is not a more technology. Maybe you take a floppy disk is not using, but hard disk still we are using. SSDs we are using. Okay. You may not use some kind of hardware component or maybe some operating system or like that. But technology that process that information is obvious. So same thing for an ITL also. ITL will tell you new things. ITL 4 mainly on the business values. Okay, outcomes, value creations, service value management like that. But ITL version 3 is about a service management. Okay, service management. Simple. Okay. So, okay, we will come back to this 1, 2, 3, 4 once again. But small points I will tell and we'll take a small break and we'll come back. IT service management. Right? Services are a means of delivering value to the customer by facilitating outcomes. It's a very important line. What is the service? Okay. So you are getting internet services, right? Cloud services. We are using cloud services, internet services. Okay. What we are using it is right a different type of services. We are, so mail services we are using. We are using a Gmail, and mostly we are using freely. Now we are required to pay because of we are already used that Google Drive space. I'm not getting mails, incoming, outgoing mails also not coming. But mailing is also a service. Okay, you are not maintaining a mail server, you are buying a service from mail services. Organization related, or maybe it's a personal related. Mail services are there, file storage services are there, OneDrive, Google Drive, storage services, file storage services are there. Okay, web services are there. So what is a service? Service means for an IT organization. So I will give you that IT business, IT organization introduction. Okay, IT businesses, right, provide an IT services. The services are means delivering value to the customer by facilitating customer want to achieve without ownership of specific cost and risk. I want a refrigerator, so I don't need to learn how to build a refrigerator or no need to build my own refrigerator. Right? I'll go to the shop and buy the refrigerator. Okay, so not required a total ownership or specific ownership. Okay, so simply buying and taking. So customer, no need of total cost or specific cost and risk is without that one. So we'll get a ownership on it. Simple learning is simple line to say what is the service management. The people want quarter-inch whole, not quarter-inch grid. So what they want is an outcome. What is an outcome? Is a whole. How you put a whole, that's a different one. So what is the customer want? I want internet. How you providing internet? Fiber optical cable you are providing, or maybe satellite you are providing. What? How you are providing? I am not talking about. What I want is internet. So, okay. So like that, like that. What I want it is I want to get this one. So that is what service I am wanted. So I want internet 50 Mbps, 50 Mbps I should get it. How you are providing, which one is you are providing, what router you are using, Cisco router you are using. So what is it is? That's not a matter. It is point of service management in the customer. What is the customer requirement? That point is important. Okay, not everything. IT service management is a implementation and management of quality IT services, that is, meet the needs of business. IT service management performed by IT service provider through people, process, technology. Okay, people, process, technology. Actually, there is 4 P's formula. It is saying PPT. So people, process, technology. So IT service management. So that's the aim of this IT service management in ITL. Yes. So providing quality of the service, quality IT services. So what is actually as a business? What is the business? So we're providing IT. Okay. So we are through means how you reach an IT service to the people in the business, right? So through the people, process, technology. Benefits of ITSM. Yes, ITSM, ITL, both are same. Don't think both are different. Okay. ITL, ITSM, because ITL version 3 also we call it as a ITS because it's more about a service management. Okay. Not about a library management, not about a value creation. Okay. It's exactly between the 4 and 2. Okay. It improved quality service provision. Cost justified service quality. That's a very good line. It is cost justified service quality. You know, few years back, so you want a 1 GB internet, you have to pay 254 rupees per month. You have to pay 254 rupees per month. And you want to get a calls, like a number of calls, like you are saying. So you have to recharge with 100 rupees, 200 rupees, 1 month recharge. Okay, with unlimited recharges are there, limited recharges also there. Like you are recharged with 200 rupees, 250 rupees. So you'll get around 200 rupees cards. Okay, so very less cards. So obviously compared to now, that time is little better peaceful mind because no internet kind of stuff. Okay, that much improvement is there. So when Geo came, that's automatically cost is changed. Actually, this calling cost and then data cost is very less in very earlier days. So in that time, it is only H or GPRS connectivities, like a 2G connectivities only there. That time for around 100 rupees, you are getting 6 GB data. With small mobile phone, it is more than enough data you are getting per month or per year like that. We are getting. It's not a big deal that time. So later on days, the smartphones are came up and the cost suddenly raised because of this 2G, 4G data, 2G and 3G data. 4G is not enough. 2G, 3G data cost is suddenly raised. Okay. Then 4G LTE services also become limited in a certain areas only. Geo came and started giving everything freely. Okay. So up to that point, so people are trying to doing something like in the business. So even they are struggling this IT, this mobile service people. Even they are struggling and they're increasing prices, decreasing prices in the competition. So this all completely vanished. So Geo came up and completely. So my point is, it's not about Geo or anything else. It is cost justified services is important. So you are accessing a 40 Mbps internet speed. As per 40 Mbps, is it chargeable or not? For example, I'm using a small mobile phone. So that is something changes happen. Of course, good, where every month we are getting full unlimited calls and unlimited data kind of stuff we are getting for longer time. But now it is the problem is came. Now the recharges are not cost justified. It is more costly than earlier now. It's almost all like this. For example, some people are using this keypad phones. The really data is not a matter. Even data 1 GB, 2 GB is given also okay. But even now that is that recharges change. Recently that recharges are changed for a data connection. Even that is also very costly. Because earlier days 10 rupees recharge is enough for 1 month for some people. Now it is not like that. It is every day account is there. Like at least you have to recharge with 30 rupees to keep 30 days. Okay. So the point is, guys, so cost is justified, service quality is. So you are traveling from one place to another place. They charge you 1,000 rupees. Even it is a 10 kilometers, they charge 1,000 rupees. Not a justified one. You're traveling for 10 kilometers with a 5 rupees charge. That is also not a correct one. Okay. So it's not be, it should be balanced. I'm just in a little happy, that's why. Improve quality service proportions. Cost justified service quality means customer feel, so based on my what is the service I'm taking, that related charges are there. Now the cloud, the first point of the cloud computing is, what is the first part of cloud computing is subscribe, means not a subscription, it is pay as you go model. Cloud means pay as you go model. First important, pay as you go. So having a data center is like you have to pay for capital expenditure and operational expenditures. In the cloud, you are not paying it. You are pay what you are using. I use only EC2 instance. I pay for that one only. I don't pay for entire services. Okay, pay as you go model. Like that, it is cost justified service. Services that meet businesses, customer, and user demand. what services you are planning should be satisfied as per your business. You're giving that services or not, customer approaches to the services or not, as user demand the services, fulfilling the demand or not. Centralization of process. Okay, what are the process you are running, the service process? Centralized understanding. Everyone knows that their roles and know their responsibilities in service provision. Everyone knows their roles and know their responsibility in service provision. So who is responsible for these particular services? Who is managing these services? What are the infrastructure requirement for this service management? Who is the person who is managing that infrastructure? So everything will be get clarified. So this is the one basic introduction. After the break, guys, we're going to explain. I'm going to see that what is this process management, process ownership and all. Okay, take a small break and come back in a 10-15 minutes. Okay, Anushka also came, just very good. So take a break.